Hey everybody, welcome back. So I saw something like super exciting on Twitter last night, but it was too late to make a video, so I'm going to address it today. So it has to do with something that Tom Welling said regarding making an appearance on The Flash. So a few weeks ago, I did watch the episode of Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum, which it's on his website. If you haven't watched the episode with Tom Welling, you should watch it. It's a fun, interesting interview with Tom Welling, and it's just really cool to see both of them together and talking about Smallville stuff and other things that Tom Welling has done since Smallville, and talking about how he got into it and all kind. It was a cool interview. And Michael Rosenbaum's hilarious, by the way. But one thing they did talk about is offers that they've received by current CW DC shows to appear on their shows, and they discussed why they have turned them down. Tom Welling talked about how he did get an offer to appear on Supergirl, but that he refused it because he didn't feel like his Superman Clark Kent character on Smallville would fit in right with the tone of Supergirl. Say hi. You want to get down? So that's why he refused to appear on Supergirl. He didn't feel like it fit in, which I agree. Smallville and Supergirl, totally different tones of the show. But recently, he was at a party for Fox's fall TV lineup, because he is going to be on the show Lucifer, which I don't watch, but I know he is going to be on the show. And so Luis, hope I don't butcher his last name, but it's spelled L-E-C-C-A, Luis Lesha. I don't know how to say his name, but he's from the entertainment type of website, Nuke the Fridge. So he caught up with him, and he was asking him about, making these appearances on these shows. And even though he refused the Supergirl offer regarding the Flash TV show, I'm going to read his quote because I don't want to mess up what he said. He said, "I am willing to go on the Flash, and I have a few ideas on how it can happen if the network asks me. In fact, I think I can make it happen." You guys, if something like that happens, if Tom Welling appears on The Flash as Clark Kent or Superman, whatever, I will freak out. Like, it will be the best thing that's happened on The Flash. One of the best things so far. Obviously, this is not a confirmation or an official announcement that he's going to be on The Flash, either this season or in future seasons. But it is really exciting to hear him at least say that he would be interested if the network were to ask him about it. So, I mean, I think, obviously it could work because The Flash introduced the multiverse situation. And so we know that there are, there's universes and Earths, not just Earth 1. Supergirl's on another Earth, or is she in another universe? I don't remember, but they're not on the same Earth. So, it wouldn't conflict with the fact that Tyler Hoechlin plays Superman / Clark Kent on Supergirl, because they're a different universe. So, it could work in that way since they have introduced that concept. Hi. Go ahead, say hi.
Hi, I go for day.
So that's how it could work. Just in case some people might be confused, like they already have Superman on Supergirl and in the Arrowverse.
Oh, hi.
Go ahead.
Hi, I do Superman.
Say Superman.
Superman.
So that's how that could work, and I think it would be awesome to see him on The Flash, really any DC show, but I think I agree with him that his character would fit in the best with The Flash compared to Supergirl. As he mentioned, Smallville had a very different tone and feel from the show Supergirl, and I lost my thought. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. I think, it would work better on The Flash just because of the tone of the show's different from Supergirl. And being a huge Smallville fan, it would be awesome to see him again as Clark Kent or Superman on TV. I missed the show Smallville. I'm probably going to watch it again on Hulu sometime in the near future. I finished it not too long ago, but it was bittersweet to end the series. And so I think I speak for a lot of people, you know, Smallville fans, that it would be awesome to see him again take on that role again on TV. And you know, a lot of people, even Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling on the podcast a few weeks ago, they mentioned that these DC TV shows that we have now, The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Goth, all of them, hold on baby, they probably wouldn't exist today had it not been for Smallville. Smallville kind of, you know, set the tone for these shows and show that there's an audience for them, that people want to watch these kind of shows, they want to watch their favorite superheroes in, you know, live action TV shows. And so I think we can give that credit to Smallville and everyone that worked on that show, because they really paved the way for these superhero TV shows that we have now. And yeah, I mean, I like the way they ended Smallville, so I'm not going to say that they should bring back the show because it ended well. But, I mean, I would watch it, definitely. I'd be super excited if it was the same cast, you know, everyone was the same and everything. I would watch a reunion season or whatever of Smallville for sure. So,
Yellow.
but, you know, that's probably not going to happen. So, just to see him return on any of these shows that we have today would be really cool. He didn't say whether or not he would appear as Superman or Clark Kent. He just said he'd be on the show. And we know that a lot of these shows have brought back characters that have been on past movies or shows. And they're not necessarily playing the same character that they did before. For instance, Erica Durance, who was Lois Lane on Smallville, she's going to be on this season of Supergirl. She's going to be, they recast Kara's Kryptonian mother. So she's going to be her Kryptonian mom now. So we see that, you know, these actors do tend to stay in this family, you know. And even Tom Welling, Lucifer is a DC show or whatever. Not that I'm going to be watching, because I don't watch like demonic shows and stuff like that, or things that have to do with the devil things. But it is cool to see them, that they stay in this family that they started out with, which is really cool. So but if he does appear on The Flash, like he said he would want to, I would want to see him as Clark Kent / Superman, however they decide to do that, if that actually happens. Like I said, this is not a confirmation or an announcement that it's going to happen, but be careful, baby. But it is awesome to hear him say that if it became a possibility, if he were asked to do it, that he would be up for it. And I think that that's super cool after all these years of playing on Smallville, and it's already been over for like 6 years. It's cool to see that he'd be interested in doing that. So I was super excited when I saw that last night. And I have been kind of staying away from the promos for season 4 of The Flash. Yeah, but I did see one last night on Instagram that I think was altered to include Tom Welling, probably from a scene in Smallville. And I wasn't sure if it was the actual promo. And I saw towards the end of the promo, they showed, it looked like Tom Welling was in the show. It was Tom Welling, but it was like doctored to, you know, include his scene from Smallville into this part of the promo for The Flash. And I wasn't sure if it was real or not. So I went and looked up that promo, the same promo on YouTube. And he's not actually in the promo. So, you know, like I said, it's not been, like, this is not an official thing that has happened yet. And so even if they do approach him and ask him, and he agrees to go on the show, that doesn't mean it could happen this season. It could be future seasons, because, you know, it would have to work out with what they already have planned for future episodes and stuff like that, what they have for this season. They can't just throw them in there for a random thing, you know, it has to fit in, and they have all these things planned out and everything. So, but even if it were future seasons or any time during the run of The Flash, I think it would be awesome, and I think a lot of fans would really be happy to see all that together on these new shows that we have. So with that in mind, how do you feel about what Tom Welling said about appearing on The Flash? Would you want him to appear on The Flash? And if he does, would you want him to be Superman, Clark Kent? Would you want him to be just, you know, I guess just like another character just to make an appearance on the show? Let me know. So yeah, and thanks as always to my newest subscribers and everyone who watches my videos. I appreciate it. And like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos if you're interested, and thanks guys, we'll see you next time.